Hello everyone and welcome to Motorsport Report. I'm your host Julia Piquet, and in today's episode we are joined by Motorsport.com editor-in-chief Charles Bradley to talk a little bit about this weekend's Race of Champions held in Mexico City. Charles, first things first, what is Race of Champions and how does it work?
Well, it's an absolute motorsport extravaganza. So you've got all these drivers from Formula One, NASCAR, IndyCar, Le Mans, touring cars, sports cars, all around the world, all come together in one place. And this year it's the Foro Sol Stadium in Mexico City, part of the racetrack for the Mexican Grand Prix. And they're going to be racing head-to-head in a series of races, two elements to it. So on Saturday we have the Nations Cup, and then we move into the actual Race of Champions on the Sunday, which will crown the Champion of Champions.
So, in other words, an opportunity for drivers from all sorts of categories to compete on a level playing field because they're racing in identical cars, same preparation time. What are some of the things to look forward to this year? We've got a couple of new drivers new to the event. We've got a couple of popular drivers that have been to the event a couple of times. What are we looking forward to this weekend?
Well, first of all, I think it's just a fun event. It's great to see all these drivers getting together, and there's a kind of real camaraderie as well. They have a great time away from the track as well as on it. And then typically when the visor goes down, race heads go on, and then all bets are off kind of thing. But yeah, looking through the entry list, some great ones jump out at you from World of Formula One, Sebastian Vettel, we've got Pierre Gasly, we've got former Sauber driver Esteban Gutierrez, and we're going to see those actually racing against some of the other guys from different parts of the world. IndyCar guys like Ryan Hunter-Reay and Joseph Newgarden, some old stagers like David Coulthard and Tom Christensen, Mr. Le Mans, and it's just a fantastic sort of way to see all these guys intermingling, and then we have obviously the Nations Cup angle to it as well. So the country pride is at stake, and we've got 3 Mexican teams this year, so it's really going to be, I can sense that there's going to be a real sort of bit of fervour in the grandstands for the home support.
Now, one very special duo to look forward to in Saturday's Nations Cup is Team Germany. That's going to be made up of Sebastian Vettel and newly crowned FIA Formula 3 European champion Mick Schumacher. Vettel always used to be partnered with Mick's father, Michael Schumacher, so it's going to be pretty special to watch him compete with Mick this year.
Yeah, I think it's going to be quite emotional because obviously Sebastian and Michael were a great pairing. They won the Nations Cup 6 times for Germany. They were just the most dominant a country's ever been. Yep. So to have Michael's son driving alongside him this weekend, I think it's going to be really great to see. And I think it's going to be a nice little test for Mick just to see how he handles the pressure of the situation, because obviously driving the cars around this small stadium, it's not really particularly challenging, but it's just tricky and difficult. You know, it's like on the scale of 10, it's right up there. So he's going to have to adapt very quickly. He's got to get used to the low grip surface you expect there. And but he'll have a great tutor in Sebastian. So I think Sebastian learned a lot from Michael, so I think we're going to see the roles reversed for Michael's son this weekend.
And that's the name of the game, isn't it? Just who adapts the quickest in Race of Champions. Absolutely. Well, thank you, Charles. And we will be there this weekend covering the event. So be sure to check back on Motorsport.com for all the latest news, videos, and action from Mexico City's Race of Champions. I'm Julia Piquet, and thanks for watching Motorsport Report.